peeps. Before I start, I just want to thank everybody. I want to thank Stephanie. I want to thank Adam for putting on the show. I want to thank Marriott for hosting us here, and I want to thank the volunteers, most of all. You guys, you can see them in the hallways, back and forth, give them a high five, give them a hug. We wouldn't be able to do this without them. And most of all, we wouldn't be able to do this without you guys. You guys come here, and that's why we have these conventions. So thank you so much. Thank you.
Hey, Dave. Have a good time.
Thank you, bro. Okay. Put my ukulele down. So we've got some fun stuff that we're going to do today. So I don't want to put it over. So some of you heard that at my panels, occasionally I'll do this little thing called Story Time with Professor Shane. Who's heard of that? Okay, so it's trending. So I noticed something at the concert last night. I noticed that there were a lot of younger people at this convention. I see some of you out there right now. And so I thought to myself, you know, Story Time with Professor Shane's cool and everything, but it's got some like bad words in it. And maybe it's not totally appropriate for everybody. So, hey, you guys should still do it. Really?
Let's cover their
How about
ears.
compromise? How about this? How about instead of doing just a strict reading of gloriously erotic fanfiction, how about instead of that, we play a game called Mad Libs.
Does this work?
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, here's what's gonna happen.
Marriott Hotel. I need an article of clothes.
Huh?
Shoes? Shorts? It's just because shorts sounds funnier than shoes. Something that goes on a sandwich. In a sandwich.
Mayonnaise. Mayo.
So we've got pickles, turkey slices, cheese, sardines.
Avocado.
Sounds like pickles. Salami. I need a job of some kind from the Wild West.
Prostitute.
What kind of bandit? What? A coachman? Coachman. Stagecoach. Stagecoach bandit. Something you find at a sidewalk fruit stand. Mangoes it is. Okay, now it's your choice. Either a kind of salad dressing or something that you can dip your fries in.
Ranch has it.
A candy bar. A kind of fruit juice. A city in California. A vegetable. That's a hard one. What's funnier, broccoli or asparagus? Wait, what's the plural of asparagus? Is it asparaguses? Asparagus? We're gonna pick asparagus. 2 verbs. Something that you would do with your pet. And? Well, cuddle and what? What's wrong with you? Cuddle and stroke. And give me a fast food joint and your favorite kind of food that you would get there. Yeah, that is kind of like fast food. In-N-Out what? Animal style? Ladies and gentlemen, I now present you with something that might be a terrible accident. Mad Libs with Professor Shane. Thank you. Setting the mood now, we're in season 4. Bonnie has only really spoken to Shane on Twitter. That's the whole thing. Yeah. And her and Elena and Caroline go to Whitmore Pub to meet Shane. Well, ostensibly to go to a party, but Bonnie has other ideas. She goes up to his office, and it's full of her grandmother's things. And they're chatting, this and that. But the air gets thick. It's time to get to business.
He felt for her what she felt for him. She didn't know much about what kind of person he was, and neither did he her, so there was only one feeling that could exist at this particular point. And he didn't want to label it. He wasn't immune to the shame that was supposed to come with wanting a person 10 years one's junior, let alone the many years that really separated them. No matter what she wanted or how many attractive physical traits she possessed, there was a block in his mind, but a surmountable block. I like the length, he said. After she put her pantaloons on. I'm trying to be serious. He tightened and released his mouth, for he had just made a decision that left part of his future uncertain. He'd made the decision of an imbecile. Bonnie stopped adjusting her pantaloons and turned. I like how short it is, he said, his voice raspy. I like how short it is. He remained immobile on his desk, but Bonnie perceived something different in his eyes. He was waiting for her, for what she would do. She didn't think he was a flip-flopper. There would be no more refusal. He had made a decision, the one that she wanted, and she was glad. She took off the pantaloons and put it on the box. What else? She walked the distance to where she'd spun to display herself. The salami slices? After noticing where her white accented tutu stopped, the next detail he'd appreciated upon seeing her on the stairs had been the salami slices covering her legs. And that's it? Oh, that's enough, he reassured her. Whatever happened, those salami slices would remain on her legs. He wasn't above insisting. Maybe the tutu would stay on too. It was stupefying how surmountable that mental block was. Who are you supposed to be? He asks her. And by the superficial gash on her throat, he gathered she was a victim. Bonnie smirked and took measured steps towards him, the better to show off the salami slices that he liked. She wrapped her arms around his neck, and when she spoke, there was no mistaking the sultry tinge of her voice. There was no need to second-guess whether or not she was coming to him. "I'm a stagecoach bandit." And she would never forget the effect those 5 words had on him, not when she fell asleep later that night, not the next day or the next week. She would never forget the effect that she had on him. His eyes widened, those eyes set in that face, decorated by those eyebrows. His nostrils flared, his Adam's apple bobbed as he swallowed what she just said. His beautiful lips then parted, and his hands very firmly gripped her mangoes. His interest was naked in front of her. Her lips pulled at the corners and she leaned in to kiss him. Her movements were slow, which he liked. He didn't sit there and wait, however. His head was done in by her daring words. He leaned forward when she paused for too long and tilted up for the kiss. And they kissed, as if to make up for the amount of uncertainty that had been present in their numerous exchanges. And their kiss was sure and exact, and his lips were firm against hers. She was transparent in her search for his Snickers bar. And the hand that had deftly maneuvered earlier to, I swear to God, and the hand that had deftly maneuvered earlier to impart knowledge of the occult, lithe fingers pointing, counting, and accentuating, the same hand meticulously went down and up her left leg, and the mesh fabric of the salami slices was rubbed against her fingers, and the stringy entanglements conjured images of silk salami slices and ripped salami slices and salami slices wet with her salad dressing, ranch dressing, good God, salami slices sticky with his pineapple juice. And she wore them all. Hands that were intimate with the pages of time-worn grimoires that smoothed over the cursive writings of veteran witch lines and that flexed and stretched during spells as if to reach for a tangible nature. Those hands brushed his well-kept goatee, and those hands trailed beneath his chin, down to his Burbank. And she learned the thickness of his Burbank, the hardness of it, and she wondered if the rest of him felt the same. She did her curiosity justice and buried her fingers beneath his layered collars and touched his warm Burbank. That was great. Shane was bolder with his hand, dipping it between Bonnie's asparagus just below her ass cheeks, and he too encountered warmth. Bonnie took off his jacket and wasted no time getting rid of his red flannel shirt and tight white ribbed tank top after that. She wanted to touch his hard body. Cuddling and stroking Shane felt different. Different from cuddling and stroking Jeremy. He felt older, and that excited her. "Hold on," he instructed hoarsely. "Hold on." And she was blessed with the chance to watch his naked back on display when he walked to the door to lock it. The muscles flexed, which brought her gaze down to his In-N-Out animal-style burger. She wanted to grope it all. And the blessings kept coming when he turned around and walked back to her. It was the most beautiful sight she had ever seen at Whitmore College.